A king who waited his whole life for the crown may not live long enough to keep it. The palace says his treatment is ongoing. The press repeats their lines, and yet something doesn't feel right. The silence around the diagnosis, the sudden frailty, the perfectly timed photo ops, none of it adds up. So let's start where the official story begins and see what happens when we line up the palace timeline next to the real one. So we're going to get into it. We're going to start with first, you need to know if you're a big fan of the royals, not the video for you, sorry. And of course, it's all alleged for entertainment purposes only. It's not facts. I kick down with snarky opinions for sure. Let's get into it. All right, so the official timeline versus the real timeline. February 5th, 2024, cancer of King Charles was announced. The type of it was not disclosed. Nobody knew what it was. April 2024, he returns back to duties. I don't know if that includes, taking bags of cash off the front porch or dealing with Randy Andy, but he's taking bags of cash. October 2024, he goes on a tour to Samoa, Australia tour. He looked kind of frail, allegedly. And then the palace is just saying that he's doing this ongoing treatments. There's no specifics. Of course not. Why would we have specifics? That would be silly. It's none of our business. It especially must be none of the UK's business since they fund these nitwits, but that's neither here nor there. So let's first look into just overall spread, looking into the overall severity of King Chuck's cancer diagnosis. Now, whether I think he's here or gone, we'll just leave that out of the equation. Let's just pretend that he's here with us. Okay, I want the overall look into the severity of King Charles' cancer diagnosis. Mom Boss. I don't know why I chose the Audacity deck, but I thought it would be fun. But we'll look into it. Okay, so the past struggle was the perseverance trying to continue going on and moving on. The future is the Zoom meeting. Uh-oh. Like he's just going to call it in via Zoom like they did during the pandemic? Okay. The overriding concern. The Empress. Not going to have enough gas to get this train down the track. And energy underneath. The sun. Things are about to start getting exposed here. This might not be bueno. The fear that this is the last hurrah. I don't think he's doing very well. The obsession here. The fair weather friend. Trying to keep him in a positive light in front of the public. His commoners, you know them. Desire, driving ambition. He wants to still be the star of the show. He's waited so long to be king. I mean, how can you deny it for him? And his main obstacle is, You know, Chuck, life is tough. I know. Kind of interesting. We're going to pull tokens on this too, because why not? And we have the Mom Boss over here, which I'm just kind of interested in. I mean, it could be Lizzie. Make a wish. Get on school bus. Oh, and we're doing the Frisbee course again. I'm not a big fan of the Frisbee course. I mean in real life, but also in these tokens. Oh, it's an acrobat. It's not the Frisbee course. Juggling too many things. Overworked. Multitask. He's trying to fit too much into his reign, apparently. I know. They say they work a lot. I don't know, opening up grocery stores or whatever they do doesn't seem like a lot of work to me. They're driven around, they go over, pretend they're working, and then they leave. So, I don't know. Past struggle was the strength card, perseverance, yeah. A lot of people were doubting Homie was going to be able to have an effective kingship. Makes sense. Future is the Zoom meeting. This, I'm wondering then, if he's going to become like a hologram here. Remember, I'm pretending he's still with us. The original one, anyhow. That we're going to pretend that he's still with us. He's going to pull some Pope hologram action, you know, waving from a balcony or some shit. Like, waiting on the specific time for him to exit stage left. The overriding concern, we have the mama and bird in hand. Interesting. She has a bird in hand. Nevermore. Along with the chair. Let's just see what the bird in hand says. I'm a little rusty, you know. Anyhow, 33, bird in hand. Appreciate what you have. You were left with a monarchy that was well favored when Mama kicked the bucket. And we have 46. About sitting this one out. Yeah, timeout. Okay, and the sun. That's his energy underneath. Oh, I'm hopeful this is all going to turn out well. Yeah, no, I don't think so. He's made a deal with the devil because he's an evil royal. The fear, this is not going to last too long. Yeah, but there's a strategy here. I think this feels to me like when Queenie kicked the bucket, you know, everything was like well managed in terms of how the news got out, who it got out to first, XYZ. I think when he kicks a bucket, we're not going to know. We'll be the last to know. They're going to be like holding this and putting this behind a cloak of, I don't know, whatever deception. And we're not going to see it. We're not going to know about it until it's like later on, because there's things that are going to have to tie up. Okay, the obsession. Yeah, they'd want to manage his kicking the bucket last scene like it's a Hollywood production. The desire. Look, there's the crown on top of the star. Why are they so obsessed with managing his vibe, his legacy, his Why? All right, and the main obstacle, he's going to kick it. Well, we all kick it, don't we? It's a ticking time bomb. I think this is severe. Okay, so the severity of his health is super severe. I guess we'll call it that way. It's not looking good for good old King Chuck, sausage fingers. And they look like they're going to manage this very well, so we're never going to know the actual truth of what happened behind the scenes when this character kicks it and ends up with the pill bugs. But they really seem obsessed with managing his image, perhaps for his legacy, maybe for when, you know, William comes on scene. Okay, let's get into, we'll use the Connolly deck now. So the Palace timeline they put out about Chuck's health, was that accurate, or they were just throwing out new things? Let's see. Maybe they're buying time. Who knows what they're doing. Palace timeline was sus. It was sus. This is a timeline. So when the Palace is going out there and saying in February 2024 that King Sausage Fingers has got the big C, they're trying to go out there and be like, we just found out about this. No. They did not just find out about this. They knew about this, and then they like had to go through all the machinations or their chat GPT or whatever the hell to figure out how to best manage this information they needed to dole out, but not too much of it. Imagine you just hired a new actor for your hit TV show, Melrose Monarchy. And so you've hired this guy and he's coming in on the show. He's big star, big name recognition. Jack Wagner's coming on the scene. I'm not trying to say King Charles is handsome like Jack Wagner used to be. I'm not saying that at all. Anyhow, but you've hired this big star to come on stage, or you coronated a king, and he comes, and then right when you've hired him, you find out he's about ready to be kicking it with pill bugs, and how are we going to justify this big budget we just spent on this dude? To the people, they're gonna like throw tomatoes at our face. So they were fudging with this timeline from the beginning. They put a lot of money into this. He is also big ego driven dude, and he wants to, you know, get the full royal thing, the coronation, the ceremonies, the robes, the crowns, all of this bullshit. So they were fudging on it, like they knew he was gonna be kicking it with pill bugs. So they're like, these people are trash. Trash. All right. Let's see what really went on in February 2024. Like what led for their announcement and their research and all of that. What happened in February 2024? Because now it's seeming super. They got some extra truth, some extra clarity from the doctor team they were talking to, who came up with the plan saying we can keep this at bay for only a certain period of time. But at some point, knock, knock, we're going to need to look into succession. Okay, we're going to have to look into succession. You're going to have to be looking into Big Willie style. How are we going to get him on scene? You're going to have to devise a new role, but tick-tock, MFers, this is not good. Okay, so we had to disclose regardless. We weren't going to be able to hide some of this coming down the pike. I guess we couldn't have just a sudden heart attack. You know, a heart attack sucks. Anyhow, let's look into this. Let's use my little timing cards. I don't think I've ever used these on the channel. I don't think I've really used them ever, so let's give it a roll. How much time does King Charles actually have? Let's check that out. One. What does he actually have? Ooh, gone before the next major holiday. Well, I don't think we're going to be, I'm feeling it's 10/6. By the time you get it, it's going to be next week. And I don't think it's Columbus Day. Because that would seem kind of weird. I don't know. What's the next holiday? Halloween? Ooh, could be. That's weird. That's weird, but not weird. Okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's see if we can figure out what kind of the big C is he dealing with. Of course, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not diagnosing him. I haven't seen him. I have my own doctor, okay? What type of big C is he dealing with? If I can know, if it matters, if it's even real. Didn't they say Queenie had cancer when she died? And man, it must spread like through the palace like a fucking cold or something. I think he's got multiple. I don't think this is just one. I think we've got multiple whatevers all over. It's not good. I think it's like bad. Like whatever kind Queenie had, like it's bad. Like you're getting voted off of the episode, off of the series Melrose Monarchy, because this is no bueno. Okay. So, yeah, I think it's in multiple spots. Okay. So, let me think here. What are my next questions? Succession plan. So, I assume William's being prepared. I think that's been going on for a while, but let's see what conversations they've been having behind closed doors with Big Willie style. Conversations behind closed doors they've been having with the future monarch, Big Willie style. No, definitely having the convos. This doesn't feel like Big Daddy's been talking to him. This feels like the men in gray suits or whatever they call them. This is interesting. Very much a plan where they're talking to him like, what is your desire for when you are monarch? And he's like, I want to be decisive and we're going to do things. We're not just going to be here about pageantry. I want to do things. And I want to be like nipping problems in the bud, if you get what my drift is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And they're like, your wish is our desire, master. We shall, we shall. It's almost like he's been discussing with them for a long time, like, this is what we're going to do. I know what my papa's doing. He's a dim-dum. He's a super dum-dum. And he's a weak man. He doesn't want to do anything. I've got more testosterone in my pinky than he does. So we're going to be going out here. He's got the strategy ready that he's had forever, knowing he was going to be king. And I guess when he thought about like what he actually wanted to work on. And he doesn't want to be on a back foot when, you know, the dim-witted ginger comes along. This is how he wants this monarch. He's got his own vision. So he's telling them. They're not telling him. He's telling them. So we're going with what I say. Okay. Let's look at Charles and William. What's the energy between those two? Over the future plans, of course. Charles, William. I mean, like, really, Charles is, what is he going to say? Don't do it. What is he going to, if he's kicking it with pill bugs, he ain't saying much. Charles. Okay, so what Charles is saying to William is, I realize that you're probably going to be a much more effective monarch than I'm going to be. I have found myself on my back foot many a times because dealing with your brother from another father. Anyhow, never mind. It's been difficult, and I have not been effective, and it's just not gone how I wanted, like all of this stuff. So make sure you take your time and be steady, and make sure that you bring Kate into the fold. Having the lady there by your side is really effective as a strategy. Okay. For William, oh my, Tata's deluxe. He's like, yes, of course I'm bringing in Kate. Yes, clone Kate's coming with me. And we're going to mourn and pretend we're sad for a little bit of time, Papa. Then we're going to get right down to business. We're not fooling around here. Just like I have always been planned. I've been trained to be kingy. I'm getting in there, and and I'm keeping my side bitch. Okay, that's great. So doesn't sound like any real deep conversations are going on. Shocker? No. Okay. Let's see what Charles is thinking about this whole thing. I think we've looked into it before. It looks like he is preparing his affairs, his legacy, preparing for the beautiful, devastating beauty, Camilla, that's his wife. Let's just see what else he's been doing. Legacy, preparation, affairs. What else has he been making sure is going to happen after he's gone? He wants to be over there buried with Mama and Papa. Okay. He does have... Oh, God. He has... he wants to preserve his legacy, so there's already the statues in place. Why do I feel like we've read on this? Maybe it was kind of tied into the coronation reading and like his funeral plans. I think I read on his funeral plans. Anyway, yeah, there's still like this idea. I want to have like a big old statue. I want portraits of myself everywhere. I don't know. He's like Kim Jong-un of the UK monarchy. It's almost like he wants 10 weeks of mourning, all the flags at half-mast. I don't know. He wants to make this extra, like extra. He wants his parade to be all big and whatever. Okay. The plans have been he's had his hand in all the plans. He wants all of these things executed. It's almost like, well, I didn't get to reign as long as I wanted to, but I want this procession to go on forever and everybody to be mourning forever. Pretend I am a part of the North Korean dynasty. We want a big show. Everybody fake crying on your knees now. Okay. Let's see what his emotional state. Is he like accepting? Is he in denial? Is he fighting to stay with us? What's King Charles' emotional state as he realizes it's tick-tock, tick-tock? Just keep going. Still trying alternative medicines. He still gets reports on, let's say, his battery life. He knows he's about ready to move on. I think this is accepting it. He's like, yeah, it's going to happen. Doc, how much time I got left? Okay, yeah, got it. Let me just continue on. Okay. He's continuing on. He's all right. Let's see what he's most worried about leaving unfinished. What's his task that he doesn't want to leave unfinished? What's on his to-do list that he thinks he must complete before he goes on to the other side? Whether that's up above, down below, we don't know. All right. He's really concerned about his legacy and not, like, he wants to win the hearts of all the peoples. He wants to be as significant in their hearts as his mother was to them. This is why that parade is so big, or his after-death memorial shindig extraordinaire that lasts forever, because it's almost like he wants to rewrite history, to make it so history remembers the celebration after his passing, to remember his long works, like just because he wasn't king the whole time, that he was so devoted, that he's so amazing. Get down on your knees and cry. That kind of drama. He wants to be fully remembered. So he was only in the top position for a little bit of time, but he's been here doing all the work all the time. And he deserves to be remembered for being amazing in his own mind. Okay. All right. Let's get into Harry. Charles and Harry. Doesn't look like that reunion went very well. So is there any hope that Charles and Harry can come back together and reconcile before he officially kicks it? Let's find out. Oh, there's the full Harry. No, that's not his card. Gosh, this is like, yes, like creatively, they might say yes. I think it would be, we agree to disagree. It should. You know, Harry's going to come out and talk. He'll say, yes, we did make peace before the final breath was taken. I made amends with my daddy. We got back to a good place. I think we're just going to play the game that, like, yeah, we were able to make amends. It's agree to disagree. Was it like, hey, come on over, let's hang out. Bring over your doll children and we'll play fake tea or whatever. It's a fake reconciliation. It's very surface. It's not genuine. Why would we expect anything genuine? Okay. Is Harry being kept in the loop about his father's condition? No. No, they're not telling him all of the things. No. They pick and choose what they're going to give him. He's like, they've got a whole bunch of info, in-depth info that they know about, all sorts of things he has no idea about. They're not keeping it. It's just a secret. Even when Chuck kicks a bucket, remember there's going to be a big shroud. We're not even going to know the official details of it. He's not even going to know. He's going to find out like the rest of us probably, or slightly before the rest of us do. He's not, yeah, no. Okay. Let's see, is Harry going to show up? Like, is he going to have a heads up that Charles is going to be kicking the bucket and he needs to rush back home? Like, I think he tried to do that for Queenie, but he was late to the plane or something. Let's see if he's going to have the opportunity to rush back for his father's final days. Yes. Yeah. I get yes. It might not be as much days as hours, but he'll be allowed to rush back. There's something shady about it, though. Let's just find out what's shady about it, because I'm curious. There's some bullshit. What's shady about Harry rushing back in these final last days? He's going to be under watch. Okay, so let's bring these out of here. So he's going to be brought under watch here. They're going to allow him to think that he's a free agent over here, that they're embracing him. There's like an idea of like, we're trying to give him a false idea about there's goodwill happening here from our side to him. But they're going to be watching him. He's under observation while he's over there. But they're going to let him think that there's a page that has been turned to get him to, I don't know, chill out. Okay. Now we got to go on to Camilla. What is, let's look at Camilla and William. What's the energy between them? Is that an alliance? Is there a bunch of tension? Camilla and William. Good old beauty Camilla. So Camilla, she's like, I want to work with you. Interesting. I want to work with you. Okay, so we had all of this here, right? I want to work with you. I want to put the past aside. Like, I know I've been sticking daggers in your back for a while, but I want to put that to aside. And I'm ready to go off and just live out my years quietly at the estate your father's bought for me here. But I need to be taken care of fairly. All right, William, you're dead to me, bitch. I am the king. And I'm going to be doing some work here. I ain't ever going to talk to you again. You'll be taken care of, and then you can just toddle off. Ooh, tension. All right, so they're not really BFFs. Oh my, all right. So the role that Camilla says she's going to go off and be quiet. Let's see if she actually goes off and is quiet after Charles is gone. Charles is gone. That's not Charles in charge. Okay. What's Camilla going to do after Charles is gone? Oh, Lord. She wants to make sure people don't forget about her. She's got some shows she wants to put on. She really wants to touch people's hearts before she goes. She's concerned about her legacy. She doesn't want to be Wallace Simpson action, although it's slightly different. Markle would be more Wallace Simpson, but anyhow. Oh, this is not going to be good. She gets caught up in some fucking drama, though. Sad times at Ridgemont High. So while she's trying to, it's almost like she pulls a Fergie. She's trying to repair her image as well before she goes into the great beyond. Something here messes her up and she gets jacked up. This could tie back into that reading we did about Camilla and Diana. I don't remember the title, but there was something shady there. Okay. Now, I want to go on to the, is there any type of panic behind closed doors at the palace currently? As I'm reading on this, is there panic at the palace? like business as usual, or limiting the public engagements. I mean, like, what's the behind the scenes with the staff here managing their little circus pet? Yeah, they're getting on TikTok. We're getting on last in stages here before he's about ready to sail away. I think we're cherry picking at this point what engagements he's going to go do. Yeah, we're cherry picking the engagements he's going to do, and I think Camilla has final say. So even if he said, I want to go open the Bank of England's new branch down there, she'd be like, no, not prestigious enough for your memory. So no. Okay. Fucking people. Let's see if Charles is ever going to abdicate, or if he's just going to like die on the throne. Like, maybe not literally, but figuratively. Is Charles going to abdicate or just die as the king? He ain't going to abdicate. Hell no. He wants, Tata's deluxe. He wants the world. No. You know how long this dude's been waiting to sit on the throne? No. He wants to kick it up there. He wants to be seen as like, hey, he was so devoted to the people that he was not going to just abdicate. No. Even though he wasn't doing much, it's more gaslighting for his ego, his legacy, his XYZ, right? So then people, if there's dum-dums out there who are like, oh my gosh, he was just such a hard worker. Yeah, all right. Whatever. So, let's see about the next coronation. What's William gonna do? Is he looking at some big to-do like his papa? Or is he looking for something toned down? Maybe he like has an open... Maybe his coronation, he could stage it at like a, I don't know, Bank of England or something. A branch. Maybe at a grocery store they have over there. William's coronation. What does he want? Does he want a big deal? I don't know. Oh, he does want some type of big deal. He owes it to Clone Kate. She needs something to, cement her as it. It's okay. This is kind of like the FU to Harry and Markle and all of them. Like, no, this is real royalty. We're doing it. Oh, he wants to bring back the drama glamour of when Chuck and his mom got married. He's putting on a big effing show. Oh, we're having coronation drama. That would be his plans. If the monarchy survives, I don't know. But this is what he's planning. Big family production. This is like, we're back. This is the monarchy. We're back. Again, if they survive, his plans. And it's very top secret, hush hush, so no plans are to be leaked. I think he's already been talking. That's not Justin Trudeau. It looks like it, though. He's already been talking, leaking things to certain people within his inner circle to just double check to make sure that nobody's speaking about what the future plans are, any of that stuff. All right. I want to pull some cards, end it on, like, what can we expect for... What do we want to look into? Let's look into the transition from funeral of Chuck into the reign of William. So, just the vibes, the energy, the vibes. The end of Chuck's reign, the beginning of William's reign. The end of Chuck's reign. Oh, hesitation. Expansion. Oh, look at all the things he helped us with. He really protected the crown. Oh, and there's a stillness. Literally. Let's forgive him for, treating Diana horribly. We don't know the whole story there. Okay. And then we get to William. Oh, we love William. Oh, Big Willie style. Oh, come on down, baby. Oh, William. We saw his mama pass away. It's so sad. Oh, what's a dream come true? A fairy tale. Oh, we have so much compassion for William. Oh, the little boy who was grieving has become king. Oh, God. Oh, and he's seen so much. He watched his grandma. He watched his dad. Oh, he's seen so much. Okay. Just, this is going to be the emotional period. The emotional period. A lot of, like, massaging of the past for Chuck. A lot of embracing, like, extra. Like, you remember the period after Princess Diana died and how much love was shown to William and Harry. This is going to be extra love for William, like over the top, like just like back when, just extra. Extra. And there'll be some like giving Charles his grace for what? I don't know. I think he's never mind. Never mind. Anyhow. Let's see about then. At this point, Harry knows it's going to happen. Is Harry showing up to William's coronation? Doesn't really go into this thing, but I'm just curious. Is Harry going to William's coronation? He's not going to be his liege man, I'm sure. Who the hell's going to be his liege man? Ooh. You're not invited, sir. No. Real royals only. Oh, Harry's not invited. No. You are not invited. Real royals only, and I'm not having you ruin my event with you and your town mattress wife. No. No. Okay. There we go. The first reading back. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was a good reading for you. It was good for me. All right. There we go. And until next time, adios.